Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Since we only hear that song once every 6 months, I always think it's a jam.
It is a jam. Yeah. Welcome to our biannual live stream.
Love it.
We jest. We've been live twice.
No
this year?
more.
What's
Maybe more
publicly.
Patreon. Yes.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen and friends of all ages 21 and up, we are so glad that you're here with us tonight because we've got something really fun going on. First off, the cat is tearing the house apart in the other room. Secondly, I want to add this onto the stage here. We packed up a ton of flights, bourbon flights, rye flights.
Yeah.
And we recorded tasting videos for each one of those.
Yeah.
And for every $25 that come in via Superchat tonight, we are going to give away one of those.
Yeah.
So all night long, we're going to be giving things away. And there's no limit here. If we get 20 flights to give away, then there's 20 flights given away.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go into the collection.
Right. But the fun thing is, if you win one of these flights, you will also receive a link to the tasting video. It's a private tasting video that you get with the Bourbon Van. How nice is that?
I think it's nice.
Yeah, we think
hopefully
it's nice.
You think it's nice too.
So if you're interested in it, the minimum is $5. For just $5, you get an entry in, and then that's it. There you go. That's the story. That's what we're doing tonight, if you're wondering what it's all about. But first off,
we're doing a lot of fun stuff tonight.
Happy birthday week.
Yeah. After.
How do you feel?
I feel older.
Is that right? Oh, okay.
No, so it
makes me feel older too.
You're younger than I am.
I know.
So it's been a funny thing at work. We have a new hire.
Yeah.
And my boss and I our birthdays are 2 days apart. And the new hire, who I adore, falls right in between. So it's been like birthday mania. So it was like boom, 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 birthdays.
What do they do for your birthday? You getting like a lot of birthday cake? Anything fun? Or
bagels?
Okay, well, it's better than nothing.
Just cream cheese.
Right.
Yeah. But then it was my niece's birthday 2 days later. And then one of my best friend's birthday today. So it's been just a wild ride of birthdays in May. Great month to be born.
And we know that there's a couple of others whose birthdays are upcoming as well. One, Eric Gunderson.
Yep.
If I didn't know better.
I don't know what's happening 9 months before May, but apparently it's a busy month.
Yeah, let us know in the chat here what's going on. Speaking of the chat, we want to say hello to our friends that are in here. Kathy Huey, Russ D, DK Tucker, Mauricio, great to see you.
I will say, if Kathy is never our number one comment,
then we'll know there's something wrong.
We'll need to shut it down.
Well, it happened not that long ago.
I know.
Rusty
we were all very worried.
We actually, our community checking in on one another.
I know. I love our community.
Eric Gunderson, we are getting Gunderstruck right off the bat. Rich C, Stacy C, and another Stacy, 4-Leaf Whiskey. Great to see you. JG is in the house. And Jeff Perkins, let's just go ahead and put it up there. The absolute best avatar in the biz.
Again, another who does, if he doesn't ever come to our live stream, it's like the live stream's not complete.
Right. Yeah. If Jeff's not there, there's a problem.
I think
check in on him.
Yeah. If you go back to the beginning, there's always the best avatar in the biz.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. And Richard White, happy birthday to the better half of this team. You know what? I would be offended. There's no reason to be upset. No.
Yeah.
This is I
think everybody agrees.
I think we all agree. Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to be taking notes on who is submitting things. Julie's going to be adding it to the spreadsheet over here. We are absolutely thrilled to bring you these flights. These are good whiskeys, and we're not really, I don't think we should say what they are that are going to be in these flights, unless people are really interested in it. All I can tell you is
that they could change. Like if we get to, we have to send too many, then we'll do different ones.
Yeah, there's some semi-low proof whiskeys, nothing below 100 proof, a lot of high proof stuff, and it's from all across the country. Things that we're excited to share. None of these are bottles that we wouldn't be glad to have on our shelf because they're on our shelf.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eric. You are in. And a lot of birthdays this month. Tim Gallivan. Tim and Therese, by the way, if you haven't seen, we did a tasting with some of their bottles recently. That was quite enjoyable.
Yes, we did.
Whiskey Punkard is in
the house.
What's going on, Whiskey Punkard? What's new with you? Speaking of I haven't been
am I
speaking. I was
of-
speaking of Chicagoland earlier.
I was going to
today,
say,
but not
speaking out of
recently.
turn, but or Chicago native, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
If I recall correctly.
Correctly. Thank you. You are absolutely in. And again, these things are, these are good whiskeys, and they're not like, oh, let's make a bunch of money tonight. This is like,
we want to do something fun.
Roughly what it costs to get these things in bottles and get them,
ship them out the door. Yeah.
Besides YouTube's cut, pretty much a break-even night for us. That's kind of the plan here.
That's what birthdays are all about.
That you get
enjoying
party favors from Julie. That was her idea.
That is kind of a weird thing, right? I mean, not weird, but it was almost like you were bribing your friends to come. Like,
I mean, they all
birthday parties
stuff.
when you were little. Like, there was always like, we didn't have gift bags. Maybe I was thinking of a friend of mine in particular. She was quite well-to-do, but we always wanted to
who
be.
It is?
You know her too.
No, really?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you later.
All right.
Just in case she's not watching. But we all wanted to get invited to her house because we knew her mom was gonna like have like goodie bags, like to-go bags that and it was nothing like crazy, but maybe you got like a new pencil.
We never had a party of any kind for me or my brothers because we were all summer birthdays. And if you were not actively in school during the season, then nobody existed.
Mm-hmm.
You were all alone. That's is a very sad time for me. So we're gonna work through it in therapy someday.
It's the one time a year, like the friends down the street that you didn't talk to the rest of the year. They came over.
Yeah, exactly. Eric's birthday was only 2 days after yours. I didn't realize that. I thought you were later this month. So happy birthday to Eric.
Nice. That's my boss's birthday.
Yeah, Julie's working on her birthday on the spreadsheet.
Yeah. So I always like to ask. So we warmed up with just a little makers,
right?
Which was lovely. What are you guys warming up with? Because we're here for a while. I drank a lot of it.
Maker's 46.
I had Maker's 46. It was delicious. It's never not good.
No, it's always good.
Yeah.
That was actually a bottle kill. We got to get another one of those because that's
stacking them up.
We keep on the shelf. Bob Nichols do a live stream for Mavis's birthday. Did we do that last year in June?
No, but her birthday's coming up June 30th.
Yeah.
Actually, we just kind of gave her June 30th because we picked her up
nobody knows
on December 31st. And then they were like, she's kind of this old.
Maybe 6 months old.
And we're like, how about June 30th? We can remember that.
Yep. 1792 single barrel. We killed one of those yesterday, actually.
Did we?
Yeah.
When you say we.
You helped. You had a sip.
Oh.
There wasn't much left.
Oh.
Whiskey Fancy's great to see you. Okay.
Thank you for all the nice birthday wishes, by the way. That's really nice.
Yeah, keep them coming.
I love it. So fun.
And thank you for being here, of course. Now, we are going to do a giveaway shortly. We're not going to wait until the end and make you wait for these things. We're going to do them throughout
the night.
But I thought we'd maybe wait a little bit until we get a sip going at least. Because
we should wait till at least 30 minutes in or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot to do tonight. We have a lot of fun things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Huey sipping some Jim Beam Winter Reserve. We loved that. We got it for $10 and it was awesome.
Kathy, before I forget, I was gonna email you. I got into a couple of the gins finally.
Yeah.
Hard Truth gin and something with a farmer's
gin, I believe, was from Idaho. It was organic and had wheat in it.
Yeah.
And then the Hard Truth, of course, from Indiana. I tried a little bit of each one of those, and I really was impressed with the Hard Truth gin.
And it's not like I'm a gin connoisseur and I'm not like super ticky-tacky about it, but I do there's a flavor profile that I really like for that. Anyway, I'll get in touch with you, but they were delicious and thank you for sending those my way. Finally, after all this time, it's now warm enough for me to start drinking gin again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Julie's hair looks amazing and so does Phil's. We appreciate those things. Tom Shanley, welcome.
Can I tell you that I just got it cut?
Yeah.
Like a week and a half ago, but today it was a little fluffy.
Right.
So what I do twice a year with my haircut is sometimes I straighten it, and I did try to make it look nice today. Yeah. So I straightened it. It took me all of 30 seconds to make it not look like a clown wig, but I was like, maybe I should look a little bit nicer.
I think you look great.
So and I'm sure on our Patreon live streams, I just come in like a whirlwind out of whatever hair all.
You work right up and the wire.
Yeah, ponytail off the side.
Yeah. Julie usually shows up just about the time I'm going, oh, I forgot to do this thing and I have 1 minute left before the stream. And I go sprinting off. Okay. So tonight we're actually going to taste three things.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to taste two bottles first and we're going to save the tasting for last. But we're going to introduce the last bottle first because we need it to open up a little bit. And if I'm honest, it's something well, what can I say about it? It's so exciting. Let's get it.
I was gonna say, I wonder if anyone could see it. Oh, the mic is in the way.
The mic is in the way. If you know, you know. And if you were there with us in Charleston, you already know exactly what this is. This is our brand new single barrel bourbon from Charleston, South Carolina. Highwire Distilling Jimmy Red Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 124.8 proof, their highest proof single barrel ever that they've parted with, and 7 years aged, their oldest single barrel that they've ever parted with. And yeah, I think we're in for a real treat with this one tonight. You can see here the Bourbon Van logo and Rare Bird 101's logo, David Jennings. This is a collaboration, and this releases to the Patreon community Friday morning. Friday. We haven't even talked about this yet with our Patreons because we just found out about it. And that means noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific time. Have your notifications turned on, Patreons, because as soon as you get notified, it'll be time to buy them, because every 30 minutes another tier will get access to them. There's not a ton of these.
Well, yeah, because we're splitting it 50-50. Yeah. So I think, how many bottles? There's only like 50? 60?
I believe there's 60 per 60 for our community, 60 for David's community. Yeah. That's not a lot. And what's more is I actually expected this thing to come in around $90, $80, and we do have a 5% off coupon that we will share with our Patreons.
I'm excited.
So that's a big deal. By the way, if you are a Patreon and Bourbon Outfitter doesn't ship to you, let us know. Maybe we can communicate with somebody in your vicinity. We might even turn on the Patreon chat. We've never done that before. Yeah. Just so that you can, hey, let's collaborate, because it is, I think there's a flat rate shipping up to 6 bottles. Yeah. So you can actually save a little money that way too.
That'd be nice.
Let's get into this. I'm so excited to open this one, and we'll pour it and let it open up.
Peach Coke is here in Oregon, and I know somebody who's going to be ordering some bottles. So
that's right.
Peach Coke's wish could be in our hands.
Oh yeah. I really wanted to keep this tag, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it.
Oh, you're not going to be able to sneak it out?
No, I don't think so. Maybe
ASMR with all the crinkly.
Yeah, I can always retie it, I suppose, if I can get it off of that.
I'm excited about this. It feels like we've been waiting.
I can't get it off here at all. Watch this. I'm just gonna. I really thought that it would all come off at once.
It's not going to be a majestic cork pop.
No, you talk to the people. I'm going to do this over here so it's not in the microphone. Sorry, everyone.
But I was going to say, it feels like
that was easy.
Oh. So it wasn't a cork pop. Yay, that means I still need to do it. It feels like forever. We picked this
January
17th, and it's now May 21. And I can't tell you.
Wow, it's been a minute, huh?
It's been so long. And we did a meetup at Highwire, which was fabulous. And so the people that were there got to taste this already. So I'm sure they're all very excited. Yeah. But it feels like a hot minute. And I kind of feel bad because we've been like kind of bugging everybody. Like, when's it going to come out? Like, we want it. So I'm so happy it's finally here.
This one actually does ship to Oregon, I believe, by the way. In the Patreon post that I share later, there's a whole list of states that they don't deliver to. But that's why we want to coordinate. Let's help each other out so everybody gets a chance at this one. Yeah. Marnie Pritchard, thank you very much. Mary S., happy birthday. Good to see you. Peach Coke wants that bottle.
Who doesn't?
And what else did I miss here? Sorry, I'm just catching up.
Yep.
Bourbon Outfitters does ship to Tennessee, but not Kentucky. So if you are in Kentucky and looking for this one.
Weird.
Well, these archaic rules, that is what it is. It's not their fault. It's where they're based and where they can ship to.
And it is funny because nobody ever ships to Oregon, but you said like the rules are, or maybe they're passing some legislation that it's getting a little more lax here, which is kind of nice.
These rules change all the time.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a cork pop here?
I would love it.
We'll pour those, and then we'll let them open up while we do the other tasting tonight. Yeah.
There's a bottle.
That thing is
label is everywhere, so you can't.
Rich and red and Jimmy Red Cornish.
Oh, it was a sweet one, just like
pop.
Me.
Look at that.
It was a sweet little pop. I'll put it in the super good because we already know it's super good.
Yeah, I think we could expect that. That sounds good.
Okay.
Forgot to add this last one in here. So the other thing that we're going to sip tonight, now that we have introduced what's going to be sipped later, is
yeah, I did that pretty good.
It's the bottles that we've been talking about that we shared on Instagram this week that look so good to us and we're so excited about. And one of them
Phil's favorite distillery of all time, maybe.
It might be my favorite distillery, quite honestly. Their quintessential American single malt whiskey, every single release is so good. Let's talk about this Cedar Ridge bourbon and rye, port cask finished. The rye is now available. It was a pre-sale just a couple days ago when I looked. Both of these bottles are $60. They are 94 proof on the bourbon, 105 proof on the rye. And I believe that it's their own port that they've produced, because they were a winery that became a distillery as well, I believe. I think that they started as a winery and now they're doing this. But we visited there. It is a harvest host. You can camp there, which is super cool.
Yeah, there was like one of them on the way out to Chicago last year. It was the one place that you wanted to visit. You were so excited. I love that it was a harvest host. We didn't stay there overnight, but the food, so the whiskey is delicious, but they have brick oven pizzas.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they have other stuff
too.
The
pizzas are awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what we came for.
This bourbon is release number 24. The rye is release number 2. So it doesn't happen a lot. Here we go. Swisher, Iowa. We're going to put you on the map here in the bourbon van. This is a big deal for you. We've already cork popped this one, and it opened up for a while, so we can just pour these and sip them. And Marnie, you are in, and happy upcoming birthday to you as well.
Yes. June. Nice.
So
I'm just pouring them, right?
I'm just looking for the glasses that we want to use. I think we should use, how about our brand new Patreon glasses?
They're so cute. I love them.
Are starting to ship. We've just started packing them up, and I don't know if you can see them or not. I probably should share a photo of them.
Actually, looks pretty good. That doesn't matter.
We shared a photo on the Patreon live stream before. That worked out pretty good.
They're pretty hefty.
They're nice glasses, nice Kenzies.
We went with the Kenzie again, only because not only, but because last year we did a Kenzie, and everyone likes to drink in pairs.
Yeah, so you got to have two glasses of the same shade.
Even if it's just one of you and you have two of them.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that popped nice as well.
Yeah.
So we've seen a couple of people that are drinking various things. What else are you drinking out there?
I just spilled it.
Russ, that bottle's 8 years old now. Yeah, maybe.
Is that enough? Yeah. It's hard to know.
That looks plenty.
It's hard to know in the Kenzies how big the pour is. It really is. Sorry.
Nice. Okay, I'll take it off the table so that we make less noise directly into the microphone. We're getting good at live streams, everybody.
Wow, I made a mess on that one. Sorry about that.
All right.
It's
all right. That smells great.
It was one of, not your anticipated, but I remember when this was getting sent our way, you were like a kid in a candy store. You were so excited.
I was really excited.
Rarely get excited.
Well, and let me tell you what else happened. It was supposed to be delivered like weeks ago. And our local delivery service is not exactly
small town. That's fine.
Some stuff gets here, some stuff doesn't. And this went all the way back to Cedar Ridge. And I was messaging with them and
we're like,
said,
oh, it's just lost in the wind.
Things happen. Do not sweat it. It's fine. And they go, you sure? Because we'd like to send it to you. And we were like, okay, well, we're not going to say no again. So they did ship it to us. So this is a extremely well-traveled pair of bottles.
Do you think it's the same bottles? Like, do you think they were just like slapped a new label on them, or do you think they were like?
I think they're the same bottles. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we
it's like the Jefferson's Ocean went on the boat.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, these are already in the bottle. It doesn't make much difference with how much they connect with the barrel. But everybody that we've dealt with there has been fantastic. We met Murphy Quint, who's the head distiller there or is it the head distiller's son? I think Murphy's the guy in charge of the American single malts at the very least. And he may be the full head distiller. It probably says on the bottle, and I should look it up. But we met him in Arizona.
Yeah.
And nicest guy. And then whoever's manning their social media account is also terrific.
Yeah.
So we've had nothing but good interactions with them, and we love their pizza as well. So what's not to like about this brand?
We do like to, our channel should be called like whiskey and pizza and tacos, obviously.
It should just be called, drinkables and edibles. No, that's not right.
When we're going to a different channel.
What was it? What was the Deschutes commercial years ago? Deschutes Brewing commercial. They're like, it was this old lady,
I do remember,
and she was talking about all like the things that are available in Oregon, and she was like, but what I really like are my drinkables. And then she would talk about Deschutes Brewing stuff.
Nice.
That was a great commercial.
I like my drinkables too.
Yeah.
The alcoholic and the non-alcoholic.
That's right.
Anything but water.
Oh, Katie's got Del Bach Dorado. I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, Julie doesn't drink water.
I don't do it on purpose.
No, you don't drink it on purpose.
Well, yeah. I know that it's good for you. I should drink more.
Who told you that?
When I drink water, I'm like, wow, this tastes really good. I should drink more water. That's how dehydrated I probably am at all times.
That sounds about right.
But, other things taste better than water.
94 proof Cedar Ridge Bourbon, port cask finish. Let's get to the nose.
I don't know why I was thinking that this was going to be the rye. It smells a bit spicy.
I think that the first thing that hits me is that tannic, not in a bad way, but like the red wine oak barrel presence.
Yes. I was thinking it was a little biscuity.
A little biscuity, totally agree. It's rickhousey. It is wine storage facility smell, musty in the best way. I think I want to sip it. Do you think you'd like that?
Yeah, sorry. I was just finally reading the peach Coke thing.
Cheers to peach Coke there.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That's right.
Wow. Are you sure that it's pretty spicy for a bourbon?
And it was those are unexpected flavors.
It does have like a wine presence to it.
Bright fruit though. Raspberry mashed strawberry here, actually, on the tail end of that one. That's a nice sip. There's a spice there, but it's really surrounded by a fruit sweetness. But it's bright flavors. After the nose, I was thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a little musty.
Yeah.
Not that at all. I think these are nice, bright flavors.
And this reminds me of like a good like Zardo cherry, like that, like luscious, deep red flavor.
Yeah.
So to me, the flavors are a little bit more broody and a little bit darker.
So you're getting more darkness.
Yeah.
Interesting.
To each our own.
Bob Nichols drinking that Middle West Pumpernickel rye. Russ D sent us a photo of, I believe it was a cask strength Middle West Pumpernickel rye that we still haven't tried that, but man, I'll bet that's a nice ride.
There's a tea note in this too. Wow, a lot of like rye notes that I'm getting on this. Very dark brown sugary, a little bit of almost like chai spices, biscuity, dark cherry. These are probably not notes that are found on the back of the bottle, that's for sure.
I keep waiting for it to get bitter or astringent on the finish because it goes to that sort of spicy place. It does give you a bit of a rye style dance on the tongue. And as I'm waiting for it to become unpleasant, even for a second, it never does. That's nice.
I like this because it's different.
It is that.
Like it doesn't feel... It feels like anybody would like it, like anyone would drink it, but it doesn't feel expectant. Like bourbon's going to taste, bright and, fruity. And of course you got bright and fruity. And so maybe it's just different for me, but it just feels a little bit darker flavors for me. I like it. It's delicious.
The more I sit with it, the more those other notes come out, the tobacco, vanilla, that oak, that tannic oak, but again, in a good way. But maybe that's because I also like that sort of thing. It reminds me, and we like wine tastings too. We like to go to the Valley here in Oregon. We like to go down to California, and really anywhere. If there's a wine tasting, we're happy to sit at it. And we've always enjoyed that. This definitely gives you a splash of that experience in with the whiskey. That's a very nice first sip there.
I didn't realize. I mean, because me, port cask finished bourbon. I think I'm getting maybe that's like the deeper flavors that I'm getting. My grandma used to love drinking port.
The wine influence is very strong here.
And I remember it was such a desserty feeling.
Totally.
Like port is such a desserty thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think that is like the prevalent. Like I was thinking maybe it's a little bit chocolatey or maybe it's a little bit whatever, but yeah.
There is some chocolate here. There's some milk chocolate. I'm just getting it on the nose. Very nice. Nice job on this bourbon, Cedar Ridge. Stacy, by the way, drinking the OG Bull Run pick from their backup bottle.
Guys, I
need us to do another pick, she says.
Still top two.
That just keeps getting further and further back this year.
I don't know which one is which. Our first two picks probably still by far my favorite too. But there was something really special
Mm.
about that Bull Run pick. I feel like we have one hidden away somewhere as well.
We do. We have,
Yeah.
yeah. We don't have duplicates or backups of any of our more recent picks, but the first couple we definitely did. Mark Warner, welcome. Great to see you. Look who it is. Kurt from SLB is in the house.
Our
We
friend.
love you, Kurt.
We love you, Kurt. Thank you so much. You definitely didn't need to do that. Thank you.
Very kind of you. Absolutely. And the timing is good because
I always have to say this. If you're not familiar with SLB, you should be following him.
yeah, everybody that's watching this who doesn't watch SLB drinks and isn't aware of who Kurt is.
I can't
there's
imagine
zero.
there's anybody on this
Nah,
that's
there's-
watching the stream that doesn't know who the sweetest person on WhiskeyTube is.
I don't know. There's there's no crossover in WhiskeyTube. You guys only watch our channel. I assume anybody watching doesn't watch anybody else. It's just us.
Just us. That's it.
Just had this conversation a couple days, yesterday actually, with somebody who was saying that they watch our channel and they watch SLB drinks because
A dynamic duo.
well, they said they really like genuine personalities. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that is really
and
nice.
I was like, well, you nailed it with Kurt.
Yeah.
Julie though, nah, not so much.
Well, we don't ever stay on task. So people either like that or they don't like that. Like we would be a much better podcasting channel than a video channel, I think, because
we'd probably podcast as much as we we'd probably podcast as much as we do live streams. So once every 2.5 months, whether you like it or not.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh, I didn't actually.
You are definitely in.
You're in. I didn't actually get to. Russ was showing us that bottle of the Pumpernickel Cask Strength, but I didn't realize it was Tawny Port finish.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. We probably did try that Cask Strength at some point. We forget stuff, though.
No, we did do it because I remember I love we only have the one pumpernickel, but it is delicious. And I always think about getting another one, but we still haven't finished this one. So I'm like on that train, can only have one pumpernickel bottle, in the collection at a time.
That's
I don't
right.
know why, but it just seems like you could only have one.
This is delightful whiskey. I'm very much enjoying this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a really good mood today, so I'm sure anything would taste delicious. But I really do like these flavors. Like to say that, I think what's interesting about the port
Should we see
finish,
if we can get our hands on some Biggest Little Whiskey in Reno?
No, I won't like that. Yeah, I don't remember who gave that to me.
I think that was Teresa.
Might have been Teresa.
I think it was. Yeah.
Off my Christmas list.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I do really like this. I think the port finish adds such a nice element to it. So like a lot of the bourbon flavors are there, but everything about this just screams a little bit desserty, a little bit darker. This screams like an after dinner sip.
There's
like,
the port presence here is fantastic.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
and not off-putting.
Right. A lot of times you taste a wine finish and you go, well, the wine is there, the whiskey's sort of there. The balance isn't there. Mm-hmm. This is a delightful little sip. This is a proper after dinner whiskey. Highly recommend.
Yeah, agreed. I almost drank mine already.
This is the other thing that I think about wine finished whiskeys, bourbon or rye or really anything. If you have your own winery and then you start a distillery at that winery, chances are good you know the best types of barrels to use. You know those best wine barrels. You know what's going to suit the whiskey you've produced because you know the flavors of your wine.
Yeah.
Brick Sewer Spirits.
I was
going to
say
Oregon,
our friends here at Brick Sewer. Yeah.
Historically, in our opinion, based on our historical knowledge of it, we don't have that much of what else is out there, who else is doing this sort of thing. Yeah. But Brick Sewer does a great job with it. Cedar Ridge with their quintessential line has done a fantastic job with it. And now here with their bourbon, we're getting to try this and their rye. There's a few other brands out there that do that. Not a ton. Starlight, I think, is one that does a good job of those things too. So wineries who know their best barrels, using them for their whiskeys, that's where finishing is at its absolute best in the whiskey world, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, this is me just spouting out nonsense I don't know about, but I feel like, especially in today's market, like you need to have, other avenues, right? So wine always felt like a really solid investment, I'm going to say. Like people have been drinking wine for millennia, but whiskey is not that it's new, but it's like fairly new. Like as an explosive,
Yeah, distilling
beverage.
in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's had its ebbs and flows, certainly. But
I think it's
wine
like
and whiskey together, what a combo.
I know. And I think especially in today's atmosphere, like having, your hands in multiple things, especially if you're like a new craft distillery, like a lot of people start with gins and vodkas and that kind of thing.
I think this is an important point. If you're thinking of starting a distillery, start a winery first. And once that's successful, use those good wine barrels to finish the whiskey that you started making.
We all have the perfect land for, like, don't you need like the perfect like temperature and the perfect soil and the perfect.
I'll tell you what, the Bourbon Van, if we don't do anything else, we give you all the greatest ideas.
Full of ideas, as long as we don't have to see them through.
News about whiskey. What is going on? Welcome. You made it just in time for two things. Number one, we are going to take this Cedar Ridge straight rye port cask finished bottle, and we're going to pour that up, and we're going to get into that one next. But first things first, I believe we're at, check my math here.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we're at $150, which means
should we pick two?
Yeah, because that's already 6 flights.
Wow.
That's okay, fantastic. We are going to pick our first two winners.
Do the first two. Let's keep going. You're gonna keep a track over there, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna randomize, and then.
By the way, if you're wondering if you have a good chance of getting something tonight, if you enter, there are 7 people entered, and we're giving away 6 right now.
No, so we're only giving away 2.
Well, 2 right now, but 6 ultimately.
Yeah.
Well, so far.
Yeah.
The odds are in your favor. That's what I'm saying.
You can also,
And let's see.
It's been a while, so I gotta recall how to randomize again.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I also believe in myself.
Robert Harper in the house. Cheers to you. Happy birthday to Julie. That's nice.
Thank you.
I'll get ready to ask Siri to give us a random number.
I love it.
What are our numbers between?
1, 2.
I'm calling my own phone somehow.
30, please.
I'm not great at phones.
Like that.
Random number between 1 and 30, please.
Sorry.
Oh, well, it didn't say it out loud, but it's number 26. And what have you got there?
What was on the thing for that? Whiskey Punkard is our first winner.
Whiskey Punkard. Congratulations. And that is all right. Whiskey Punkard won the first one.
I love it.
And let me ask you this. We have 2 for several. Well, would you rather have bourbon or rye?
Yeah.
The bourbon comes with 3 4-ounce samples. The rye comes with 4 2-ounce samples.
Oh,
Let us know if you'd prefer bourbon or rye. And I guess
we didn't discuss this either, but yeah.
What's that?
The
Cedar Ridge.
Yeah. Never mind. Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
See how much we talked before these live streams? Okay.
Julie works right up until it's time to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put it in the chat what you prefer. Should we do another one?
You want to do another one? Absolutely. Robert Harper, by the way, drinking George T. Stagg 2023 for the occasion.
Woo!
Julie didn't even pull something like that up. So.
I feel like I'm sure we have some on the shelf somewhere that's been open forever that we never drink because we're like, we should just save it for the bar that will eventually open.
I have a storage box with a few things in it that I was like, I don't know when I'm going to get to this.
We should also talk about the ridiculous bourbon. We should also talk, not the ridiculous bourbon, but the ridiculous prices. Remember, I don't remember where we were that we were trying to order.
Alabama.
No, just right now. We went to, I feel bad about dogging on this, but we were in Hood River and we went to a whiskey bar.
Why don't I pour some rye?
Were you waiting for me?
Yeah.
We went to a whiskey bar and I got an old fashioned, as I do. She loves electronics, by the way. So we have nothing that doesn't have cracks on it. So she's just eating my, eating my watch.
No, kids. She loves biting electronics.
She totally does.
You got to keep her away from your computers and phones. She will break the screens.
So I got an old fashioned and then reasonably priced. I think it was like $13 or something. I thought that was like a decent price.
Old fashioned wasn't bad.
Buffalo Trace was the whiskey, in case you wanted to know, which I know.
Is that what they used?
Yep. I think it was a mix. I think it was Buffalo Trace and something. So that was weird. But Phil kept wanting to order just to like 1 ounce pour or 2 ounce pour of neat whiskey.
I just wanted to try.
Are like out of control. Like, and
I just wanted like a $15 whiskey, thinking I'll find something rather affordable. And everything they came back with was more expensive, even though I was expecting it to be cheaper. Thank you very much, Mark. You are in and just killed a whiskey Del Bach. That is sad. That pick was great. And Eric C, you are in. Cheers.
Cheers. And welcome. Anyway, I think the detriment to like having a collection of whiskey, which everyone that's watching, I'm sure does, probably a better one than we have. Is that you kind of then realize when you're at the bar and try to order just like a 1 ounce or 2 ounce pour, what they charge you, and then you just end up getting a beer instead. Because you're like, right. I could just buy the bottle for like twice the price of this shot. I'm not that you're gonna do a shot of whiskey, but you know,
right.
Someday. I missed the one ahead. Sorry.
It was Mark Warner.
Yeah.
With the 20. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, Eric. You were both
Thank
in.
You guys so much.
And we are going to pick another winner right now before we go any further. We're going to have a lot of winners tonight. This is great. Thank you so much.
I'm going to be fair. This is my organizational nerdiness. Is that I know Mark came in before Eric C. So I want to make sure that his is listed before.
Julie's doing the ordering here. She's doing a great job, everybody.
You don't want, the randomizer will take the rows, right? So you have to be specific about the rows that you're doing.
Tim and Teresa are in a self-induced rehab for a few days. Just got back from a great 3 days. And I'm guessing that's Traverse City or Traverse. Is that somewhere more romantic and fun than we are aware of? Sometimes you got to put yourself in time.
I don't know. I don't know everything. But if it's Traverse City, that sounds awesome. If it's Traverse, whatever, sounds like a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
Wherever it was.
One Traverse, please.
A self-induced rehab. I always think about doing that. Then there's something fun that happens.
Let me know when you're ready for that next random number. I'll try to figure out what in the world is going on with
38, please.
38?
Yeah.
Pick a random number between 1 and 38.
I never asked if I'm supposed to take out. Anyway.
Well, it didn't say it out loud again. But we have 24 there is the number. And who is that, Jules?
Oh, we got it just at the right time. Eric C.
Eric, what would you prefer, the bourbon or the rye? Please let us know.
Do you want to do one more while we're here?
We might as well. There's another one that just came in here.
I'm all about just add people to the list.
Taste and sensibility. Welcome. You are in.
This is fun.
It is fun.
And unlike our poor Patreons who have been waiting forever for me to send out
look at the pour I just gave you. I am so sorry about that.
It's okay. The goodies. I am determined to get everything out this weekend. So you will not be waiting for 6 months.
I can tell you this. I have been getting organized.
Stacey has been waiting for a whole month for her thing. We did not forget about you. I promise.
Quick reminder, if you do win, let us know if you prefer bourbon or rye. And also be aware that along with the flight that you win, you get a private tasting where we have actually tasted these whiskeys already on camera. You get your own video to taste along. Eric is getting bourbon. Very well.
You Julie poured me.
Sure did.
It's beautiful. Let's look at that color.
It is gorgeous.
You definitely can tell it's
compare it to the bourbon.
I know they're very
that's
different, really
right?
different. Sorry for
that's the second time in a row that we've tried a bourbon and rye next to each other that were both finished, and the rye was way darker than the bourbon.
Yeah, it always
interesting.
Kind of always surprises me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It also smells a lot different. All right, let's pick another one. Wait, we'll do 3, right? And then I'll start tasting this.
Traverse City. Yes. Okay. Got it. We nailed it.
I've never been. Always wanted to. There's wineries up there too that I've heard is.
And breweries.
And a lot of breweries. And Traverse City whiskey, of course.
Speaking of, oh boy. So I didn't say this out loud. So speaking of, I'm in my head.
Wait, pause. Let's do one more giveaway. And then we'll
do one more.
We'll do speaking
Sure. Of. You got them randomized already?
Yeah, they're still randomized from the last time.
What's your number?
Should I let me unrandomize and randomize again. I don't think that matters.
I think we added someone.
Oh, I might have done that. Yeah.
So what's the number now?
42. Oh, you're right. We did add people. Thank you.
Random number between 1 and 42, please. I don't know why I say please.
You
28.
should always, say please to the robots. They're going to take over the world, I want to be on their good side.
I think this thing is just giving the middle number every time, so I'm going to do it differently this time.
Okay. Well, do we want to do it differently next time?
Sure. Okay.
Well, nobody knows who it was.
I need a random number between 1 and 42.
It's only 20.
Now it's at 27. All right. So who's number 27?
Mark Warner.
Mark, you got it.
7.
Mark, would you prefer bourbon or rye? Good grief.
It really is. Did it pick like just right and straight middle?
I don't think it's good at random, so we are going to do something different.
So you know what we should do next time?
Stupid AI is useless.
Yeah. So except that like you have to be nice to him. But what I'm going to do next time is like have Whiskey Punkard was, if he's still on, he's the first one that won. So he just throws out a number between 1 and whatever.
You know what? That's a great way to do it.
And then,
whoever the last person
the
to win is
yeah,
gives us a random number.
Yeah, and then the next winner and the next winner.
Very
and then
smart.
For keeping the humanity in this show.
Yeah, enough with the robots. They're not helping us.
Oh, I love it.
Let's see.
Okay, so you said we totally forgot, so you don't have to.
Bruce Willoughby, we love you too. Happy birthday to you. Isn't that
Thank
nice?
you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Whiskey knows Marty's in the house. What's going on,
What's up, Marty? I don't know if you watched our latest Patreon video, but Mavis was trying to get your gold Glen off the shelf.
Yeah.
She did not get it. She knows.
She tried.
She knows that she's not allowed over here, but when she's being
Naughty.
extra naughty, she knows that that's the way to get our attention. So for sure.
Oh man, this smells great.
All right, so Cedar Ridge, the rye.
Rye whiskey with obvious dessert wine notes.
So interesting.
Delightful. There's less of the
Am I
tannic
broken?
oak on this,
I
more
feel
of the sort of a dry oak on the
Agreed.
nose.
I feel a little bit broken because I remember how I said the last one was spicier.
Did Mark say bourbon? I wrote down bourbon, but I don't know if that was him that said it.
What's the point of guys? I love ryes. I guess I'll just keep them all to myself.
Keep them all to yourself.
This smells. So I was gonna say, it smells spicier.
I gotta throw these things away because she's just playing with it.
Oh, it smells spicier on a proof point, but the the aroma isn't as spicy as the bourbon.
That's the other thing too. This is 105 proof. The bourbon was only 94.
Oh, is that it?
Bourbon, it is. I already wrote it down. I knew what you wanted, Mark. I was way ahead.
I also I think I might be broken and we're on this opposite ends, but this smells brighter to me, which it feels like it shouldn't be.
I don't know. Rye sometimes gives you lemon zest, which I'm getting
True.
here, tea notes. So a few minutes ago, I said, speaking of, and I was in my head, we were talking about Traverse City momentarily.
Right.
And I was thinking about, there's a brewery there called Jolly Pumpkin.
Yes, I've had that beer at the fall.
And it makes me think of pumpkin beers, even though they're just called Jolly Pumpkin. They're not strictly pumpkin beers or anything like that.
Wait, isn't there like a beer that's called Jolly Pumpkin?
It's a brewery called Jolly Pumpkin, I believe.
Okay.
But it made me think autumnal things. And smelling this, I was like, ooh, yeah, crushed leaves. But sweeter, apple cider, like maple syrup, like all those aromas were coming to me, and I was thinking about the colors of the leaves, and
you can smell in color.
Yeah, I guess I just did.
I do. I agree with you. Here she comes. There is a
nugget,
a maple syrupiness to this one.
Careful how you say that.
Like she had like 4 paws that went like this. Anyway. Should we try it?
Yeah, let's have it.
I do like the aroma of this one. This one is like very sugary to me.
You expect it to be aggressively whiskey, and it's not.
I hate having like an assumption of like what it's gonna taste like, and you do. Sometimes when you drink rye, you're like, It's like when you're drinking something, you're like, people don't like rye, they're like, oh, it's gonna be spicy. So I anticipated this being like really spicy, and it wasn't.
There's a bright red fruit
Like
on this one too.
Really bright, yes, really bright, really
Man,
nice.
This
And
is
it threw me off.
beautiful color. What a delicious whiskey this is. $60, 105 proof, rye finished in port cask. I like that. It's it takes me back to it smells like communion wine a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one, and I feel like I really like it, but I feel like it could, and I just took like a baby sip and then another baby sip, could use more oomph in the spice for the rye. It's probably not what they're going for.
You think so?
Yeah, but it does have like a nice warmth.
I like the tingle on the tongue.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's great.
I know you. Yeah.
It does have a wine finish though on the sides of the tongue. It's more wine flavor than whiskey flavor on the sides of the tongue. On the middle, right down Main Street, plenty of rye whiskey flavor. Even that lemon zest showing up.
There's a lot of cola on this one too.
The red notes on the back. You know what it reminds me of? Big Red soda. Remember Big Red?
I did not drink that.
Okay.
I can guarantee there is like that. What
about Green River? Do you like that?
That chemical is now illegal.
Probably right.
It's like Red 46 or something.
Yeah. What did you put in this bourbon and this rye?
Big Red soda. I don't even know what that is.
Who
am I to talk? I was talking about Green River soda.
Yeah. You drink that, huh?
Well, not anymore.
Where did you used to get Green River milkshakes? Was that Shoop's?
I have no.
Mine are done. One of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like that. Russ D is in. Thank you, Russ.
This one's a thinker for me.
Kathy, you used to drink Big Red by the gallon back in the day. Big Red and Green River, absolutely. Yeah. See, now everything is colored blue. It's not the same.
Colored blue?
Yeah, like I don't know, like Powerade. Although that's my favorite flavor of Powerade is blue.
I like the purple, the grape one. I'm trying to think of what I want to, like the notes I want to say on this one.
Yeah, Green River milkshakes. Man, where was it? Anybody remember from the south side of Chicago around there or Northwest Indiana? It was a thing. We used to get those.
You recently took your dad to Shoop's. No, I lied.
No, I took him to Bozos. I took him to Bozos hot dogs. Yeah, and I got a chili boat and nachos because that's what you do. Yeah.
So both of these Cedar Ridge now available, right?
$60 now currently available on their
Good
website.
Price.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Yeah.
The bourbon. The thing is, when I see something that's under 100 proof selling for more than $50, I recoil just a little bit. So, but I do want to say the extra time spent finishing in this, the extra care that goes into a port cask finish, and with the flavor profile that you are left with, it's much more than a simple bourbon. This rye is much more than a rye whiskey. That port cask finishing has done something really special here, so I get it.
I really like the bourbon.
Really? Like you prefer that to the rye?
Even at the 94 proof, 94? Even at the 94 proof, I think the notes on that bourbon are stunning. I really like it. And I feel like that, even at that $50, I understand it's a lot to ask for 94 proof bourbon.
Sure.
But it's an enjoyable drink. There was no rough edges.
Right. You're right about that.
I really loved just like the complexity of it, but I thought it all worked really well together. It was interesting. It's something to have on the shelf that's not like everything else.
True.
To me, that's a hitter. I love that.
I think that as they open up too, I mean, this has been open for a while. We let the bottle sit open for a while, but it's not the same as putting in a glass and letting it rest for 15, 20 minutes, or as that bottle works, as we work our way down, those flavors will get even better. They are both delightful. I'm going to return to the bourbon here just for a second.
Oh yeah, I put that over there, but I don't need to. I can just. I really like our Patreon glasses, by the way. Wish I could take credit for it. I just sign off on the. I sign off on the. What do you think about this? And I'm like.
Yep.
Looks good.
That's usually how it goes.
Or make this bigger or something, which is all I do at work too.
Ruby Heart 921 in the house. Great to see you.
Hey, Ruby.
And Mark Wells, cheers to you. where are we at here? 50 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes from now, we are going to pick some more winners.
Yes.
The next 3 winners that we pick are all going to be rye whiskey.
Okay. So, and let's get, so Whiskey Punkard was in. So just, I mean, as of right now, 48. Wait, let me randomize this a second. I want to randomize. Anybody can enter, but let me just get a number and we can always change it.
Did you get Rusty in there?
I did.
Okay.
46.
See, we have a lot of things happening over here.
Yeah. I feel like Oprah. You get a rye whiskey, and you get a bourbon, and you get a rye whiskey, and you get a bourbon.
We're up to 9 flight giveaways right now.
I love it. As it should be.
And there's 11 people that are entered. So
everyone gets one.
Everybody's going to win stuff tonight. This is Julie's birthday party. It was her idea. She wanted it, and that's why we're doing it.
I didn't really specify. Are you allowed to win twice?
As much as I want it to be egalitarian so that everybody has the same level playing field.
Let's let everyone win once. And then if we want to throw more
keep
out,
going.
we want to throw more out.
Look, we've been going for 52 minutes here. There's no signs of slowing.
Well, we do have another whiskey to taste.
I had 2 pieces of pizza before we started, so I don't need to leave for dinner. Julie didn't, so she can get silly, and we're going to have a great time.
A pizza for lunch.
Okay.
One slice. I felt, can I put a grievance on the table? Or like a
Is
repentance?
it against me?
No, it's not against you.
All of a sudden, it's the airing of grievances.
I feel
it's
we watched
Happy Festivus.
Yeah, we watched a really terrible movie, but
what was that? Which one?
The Irish one, but we don't have to talk about it.
No, that one was fun.
Yeah, no, but I'm not Catholic, but like you know how like Catholics repent in the screen.
Yeah, they go.
I don't know all about it, but you go into the booth and then you say all the things that you did wrong.
You tell the priest, and
then you do the Hail Marys.
Sure, yeah.
So I got really snippy this week, and we ordered pizza.
Yes.
From a new place.
What does this have to do with Catholicism?
Because I feel so that I'm. It just has nothing to do with Catholicism. I'm just saying I'm airing grievances here, and I'm asking for forgiveness. So
you're admitting your guilt.
I'm admitting my guilt. Yes, that's the only reason.
I had no idea where that was going, and I was concerned. Friends, I was concerned.
And only brought it up because we watched that movie. Anyway, so we ordered pizza this week from a new place, and we were really excited. And they had gluten-free. It was like Detroit-style pizza, gluten-free crust, like whatever. So I ordered. So normally we're Door Dashers. Yeah,
we have to explain that I have no choice but to eat that stuff.
I wasn't going to call you out. They would have just thought it was
whatever.
me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I ordered from a new delivery service, first time, and they always take a photo. You know, and so on my phone, they're like, it's delivered here. And there was one box, and I knew immediately that I was wrong. Yeah. Right? Because we ordered a gluten-free pizza and a regular. Arrived. Yeah. And the problem is that on my phone, unless you are in my contacts, you immediately go to voicemail. And so I'll say my phone works really well. It throws everybody into spam.
Strangely, I go straight to voicemail every time, which is frustrating.
You're marked as like, don't pick up.
Yeah, there's like, what kind of eggs do you want? She's like, just buy the eggs.
Yeah. And so like the guy, whoever was at the restaurant called from like a Massachusetts number. Yeah. So it went immediately into my voicemail and I didn't see it.
And we were like, we only know 2 people from Massachusetts and they're on this live stream.
And they're on this live stream right now. And then like the guy that I work with who lives in Boston.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And so anyway, the pizza arrives, no gluten-free pizza. And I was like, and I didn't, to be fair, I wasn't even interested in getting the pizza. I only got it because Phil really wanted it. So I gave him like a terrible
review.
Well,
now I feel guilty and I need to admit some things.
No, but I gave him a terrible review. Like I didn't go 1 star because I was like, that's
because you're Julie.
Yeah, but I probably gave him like 2 stars.
But the restaurant and the guy, how hard is it to know you got 2 pizzas?
And then the delivery guy, like, how was your service? And I gave him a thumbs down, which I never do. Like everyone gets 5 stars, even if they mess up.
All the time.
I don't want like them to come.
Money.
Yeah, I don't want to come back and like get somebody fired or whatever. But I was kind of irritated. And then like 20 minutes after I had like given the review, oh boy. 20 minutes after I gave the reviews, like a voicemail popped up on my phone, and it was the guy from the pizza place who like apologized profusely about how they made a mistake and it's not supposed to be on the menu and yada yada yada, and he's still gonna make the pizza, but just know we're not gonna get it. But it was too late. Like, there's no way to change your review.
Let me tell you what.
No way. And I feel to this day, like it's been like 4 days, and I'm like, I feel the weight of like that because the pizza was phenomenal.
You do realize there's one way you can make it up to them right now, because I guarantee you there are at least a couple locals watching who will say, you know what, those are good people. They should be watching. Somebody. What's the name of the place? Let's give them kudos, because that was cool that they really tried. Oh, okay.
I keep thinking Don Cabino's, but that's like a Mexican place.
It's a Detroit style square pie here in Bend.
I have no idea.
And I don't know the name of it.
You were the one that came up with it and said, let's try it. Anyway.
Pizza place is now closed, out of business because of 1-star reviews.
I was like, all week I've been holding this guilt of how. Anyway.
Yeah, Ruby says she can't follow. You have to have a couple more drinks.
Yeah.
Russ wants you to be his boss. John Shank in the house. Good to see you, John.
Are we going to pick somebody?
I was going to wait 3 more minutes.
Oh, okay. So fun, though.
All right, let's pick some more people.
Right.
Let's do it again. Okay, so Whiskey Punkard, you want to give us a number between 1 and what?
46.
46. Who's about to win a rye whiskey flight?
Let's 33. So if we pick the same name that's already been picked.
We have to pick someone else.
Okay.
Oh, good grief.
Because ironically, he picked himself.
Okay. I didn't know that your names were all still in there.
I still kept him in because I don't want to like mess up
in case we go through again.
But you can say 1 up, 1 down. Pick 1 up, 1 number 32 or 34.
That's a good way to do it.
Those are 2 people that are not you.
Sorry. This is
Said too much. Yeah.
34. Okay, who do we got there?
Tim Gallivan.
Tim Gallivan.
I love it.
Is getting
right, Kathy?
A ride.
Somehow he knew.
Right. This is compelling.
We could also just get everyone. Like if there's only
I think we're getting to that point.
If we're picking everybody, everyone gets a flight, and then the extras get to double up.
He's at 34 for Walter Payton. Yeah, we got to give a little love to Sweetness.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. That's great.
I feel like
and congrats, Tim. You're getting a rye flight.
I talked a little bit too much.
And a private video.
That sounds weird. Bourbon video.
It's a rye flight video. That is just for you. Congrats. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. See excitement. We love to see it. Okay. Final thoughts on these Cedar Ridges, and then we'll move on. But I think they're both very nice. $60 seems fair for the effort that goes into these and the quality of the sips. These are high-end whiskeys. And for me, it's the rye. I really, really enjoyed that sip.
So the rye, after it sat a little bit and I revisited it, a lot of strawberry there, a lot of real vanilla flavor, delicious flavor. I think I like the bourbon.
Can't really see how it coats the glass there, but it really does. And you're going bourbon. That is very different from you and me.
Yeah.
Than previous flights.
This is all those videos where I'm like, are we sure we're drinking the right thing?
Grant says I usually make him pay $20. All of a sudden, this has become a whiskeychannel.com live stream. That happened quickly.
Totally.
Well, yeah, $20, but I give you a 10% off coupon. You just forget to use the code. That's not my fault. John Wilkinson, thank you very much. And you are in. Probably the oddest moment of the entire night.
Great smile on John Wilkinson. Look at that avatar. Seems like a nice guy.
You know what? Yes, I want to sit and have a drink with this person.
Yeah.
I would go for a run with that person. He looks a bit like a runner, don't you think?
Yeah.
Mountain bike ride?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd do all those things. That's a very nice smile.
Love it.
Cedar Ridge Double Barrel Rye. We did not get our hands on that one. I do know that SLB, they did, and they put that right up there at the top of the list for their favorite ryes in 2024. We missed out on that one.
Do you have some regrets of not?
No, I'm happy we're married.
But do you have some regrets about not? Oh yes, wait, I found it.
I knew it. I knew it. It's the look of a guy that's like, he looks accomplished, like he's standing in front of like, I just did something cool. Yeah.
Oh,
You could
sweet.
just tell.
I love it. Happy. Lost my train. Oh no. Do you have regrets about not picking up that Cedar Ridge at the holidays?
Yeah.
The one that was Chicago specific. And I told you, I go,
Yeah.
you got full reign to like pick up a bottle or two.
It was
we
in the
knew
budget.
it was only there. That's the only location, and you didn't do it. Do you have regrets?
Yeah, full on regrets. Absolutely. Yeah, I of course I regretted that bottle. We didn't even talk about it in our end of year list because I felt like we had talked enough about the quintessential brand. We had put it very high up. This is another one of those. It was a special release. It was called Pete and Sherry First Anniversary.
Yeah.
And it's
we don't want
peated
Cedar Ridge
casks.
to know we have such a crush on them.
Right. Peated casks and sherry casks blended into this barrel. And it's only sold in Chicagoland is our understanding. And I messaged,
even the distiller, right? Like was
I
like,
messaged
I
Murphy.
can't even get that. Like
I
have a
messaged him
friend.
to say like, this is great whiskey. And he said, yeah, I've got friends that live in Chicagoland. I asked them to bring me bottles every time they come out because I can't even get it.
So crazy.
It's excellent. Any kind of specialty finish, quintessential, or any of their limited releases, they've all been fantastic. And I do wish that I'd grabbed that. I did keep just a little bit. Is that a fly? Since when do we have flies in the house? Where in the world do we live now? Anyways, now we're digressing. Should we get into our single barrel here? Let's talk about it. Oh boy, are you ready?
Sound like me now.
Well, it's time to move on. I'm talking about flies. That's not good television. What we're going to drink now, everyone, is our brand new single barrel, as we introduced it earlier in the stream here. This is Highwire Distilling Jimmy Red Corn Bourbon.
Out on Friday to our Patreons.
This is 100% red corn in the mash bill, 124.8 proof, 7+ years aged. And it comes out Friday. If you are a Patreon, you have to have your notifications turned on because you're going to get the URL and the password. These are going to go quick.
And then if like the tiers go right, and then it opens to the public. If we don't sell out, it opens to the public next. I don't remember how it works.
I think we're going to do it on Monday if it doesn't sell out. But I'll be surprised if it doesn't. $80 is the cost, and we do have a 5% off coupon that we will share with you. No limit on these. So. Yep.
And like we like to say, if you know people in the area who want it, like insider tip, save on shipping, right? Because it's a standard shipping for the bottle. So mine is
$29.99.
up to 6 bottles. So might as well share the cost on that.
Yeah, you can get 6 bottles for the same price shipping wise. Shipping's $29.99 from 1 to 6 bottles, and then your 7th bottle adds another $29.99. So
I'm all about being frugal.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
I mean, that's what we would do.
Yeah, I got a real problem with that. Like
being frugal.
Like I'll go out for dinner 4 nights a week, but spending $20 to ship something I really want, I get like real hung up on it. So like it's just a weird weird problem.
Yeah, perception is tricky. By the way, I completely forgot that we were about to choose another winner of this rye whiskey flight. Let's go ahead and do that. Yep. We're going to randomize these.
Wait, who was our second winner?
We didn't have one, did we?
No. So it was whiskey.
Tim Gallivan won the rye. The second person to win one.
Yeah.
That would have been Eric C.
Really?
He was the second person to win a bourbon flight.
Oh, nice, Eric. Throw a number in there. 1 to 51.
Eric is going to give us a random number from 1 to 51, and that is going to be our winner of the second rye flight and exclusive video. We won't call it private video. That's got a connotation we don't care for.
If Kurt wins, it's just a shameless plug for us to get more followers.
Right.
Wouldn't it be funny if Kurt didn't win? Like at all?
After splashing the pot? Yeah.
After splashing the pot. I know.
This smells so good. Ridiculous. Eric Gunderson just got home. You didn't really miss anything, Eric. We haven't really done anything. We've been specifically waiting for you to get back.
What if we just sat in silence? Yeah.
That would be even worse than a regular stream.
3. Oh, love the moxie. Love the moxie. What is happening? Go one up or one down. Do you know who won again?
Was he bunkered again? So give us a 2 or a 4.
2 or a 4, Eric. Man, Whiskey Punkard should be buying a lotto ticket tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You're wasting all of your good energy on the bourbon.
And if you do buy a lotto ticket, and if you win, we hope you'll remember your friends at the Bourbon Van.
I do feel at this point that we're just going to send an extra flight to Whiskey Punkard. Because he's won literally 3 out of 5 times. Which makes me like, 4.
Number 4, who is that?
Our friend Kathy Huey.
Kathy Huey, you just won a rye flight. Congratulations.
I love it.
Love to see it.
That's really funny. And I could just fake it and say like, ugh, he didn't win, but that's not in me either. Like, I like to be honest. It's just really hilarious at this point.
Thank you very much, AJ. You are in. A big congratulations to Kathy Huey. Grant says buying 6 bottles instead of just 1 because shipping's the same as basically saving money, right?
Yes.
Totally agree.
Agree.
$30.
Yes, you might
$30,
spend like $300 on but you'll drink that hopefully before you leave this earth.
Right. What a way to put it.
To better places? I don't know.
Andy and Katie, 2 cats, are you okay? You're both in on this.
Oh yes, love it.
We got to put both names on that one. Cheers to you. And yeah, that seems like it's a good value. Melissa, thank you so much. Melissa's in the house. Great to see you.
Melissa.
Okay, do we do one more? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 flights. Nope, 5 flights have been given away. We have 1 more rye that we're going to give away right now.
I feel like the price is right now.
It is. We actually
like
have.
It's the.
I thought you meant like the price is right for these flights.
Well, that's true. But like, at the end there's the. I don't remember what they called it. It's been a long time since I watched The Price is Right. But you have the showcase.
Oh.
You can choose between.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
The Showcase Showdown.
Showcase Showdown.
Is that right?
Yeah. I feel like when I was home last, my dad was watching it.
I like the Plinko. If I saw a Plinko, I could shut it off because it was the only thing I wanted to see.
100% rigged, right? Like it feels like it's got to be weighted somehow in the back. Like there's no
Grant's
way,
got Showcase
like
Showdown.
it's no way that it only goes
Grant's
to
like, I watched it today.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do. Showcase Showdown. My dad likes to watch it. That's why I watched it, just not so long ago. He records. Anyway, okay.
Come on out with it.
No, he records like that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
but he never watches it, so he just takes up the DVR.
You don't know that he never watches it.
Yeah, he probably does. But who wants? Anyway, okay. What's the next number? Who's our next person to pick? Pick the number.
The 3rd winner would have been Mark Warner. Mark, are you around? And would you like to give us a number between 1 and 53?
Yes. I forgot that we were not drinking. Yeah.
This is the Highwire nose here is exceptional. It is so fruity.
Oh my gosh, there's like a candy store tastic note to it, like saltwater taffy. Did not get that before, though. I do recall. My brain is like now transported to January. Good number, Mark. Transported to January, where I remember this was the one that was coconutty.
A little coconutty, very fruity. I'm getting the salt
tropical
water thing.
This is tropical.
It is. It totally is. And a little bit of that salt. What I remember him saying, and by him I mean Scott Blackwell. Mm-hmm. Who do you got there? You got one?
Yeah, John Wilkinson.
John Wilkinson,
runner biker,
our smiling athlete. You have won a rye flight. And by the way, if you would be so kind, everybody who has won. We have many of your addresses and maybe all of them, but we don't know for sure. So send us your updated mailing address. Maybe some of you have moved. We don't know. thebourbonvan@gmail.com. Send us your address and we'll make sure that these flights get out to you.
Yes. If we don't have your info, then we are dead in the water, as they like to say.
That's a phrase.
Somebody likes to say it.
Scott, though, head distiller from Highwire, was telling us when we were there that their major rick house, the main one there, is next to sort of the brackish water in the old Navy shipyard and all that. That's salt water. It's ocean water, bay water, I guess.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful, but he also said these barrels are starting to get a little bit of that seaside thing happening to them the same way some scotches do. And that was fascinating to us to hear it. But you're right. That influence is here. There's a seaside presence along with all that sweetness. This is super complex.
It's lingering too. So I only took that one sip on accident because I forgot that we were probably going to do that together. Get excited about it.
Yeah.
But that was my initial reaction, was like, you go on vacation, you go to all the shops, you have a little of that saltwater taffy.
Man, that's
and it was great. And then
that's
like
the best tasting note of all time.
Yeah, and then I recalled like, oh, I want, because I was concerned. Remember when we were doing the Patreon meetup where we tasted the two, we picked the one we liked, then we threw it out to the group, and when I retasted it, I was like, I wonder if they mix this up. Yeah. But this is exactly what we picked.
This is what we picked. I remember it.
So
I remember that
really
flavor.
Good. Like the tropicalness. And
what a beaut right there too. That is good stuff. So now that we're tasting it, David Thomas Tao, who is a writer, and I believe he writes for Vine Pair and many other publications, has a great palate. David Jennings, who we selected this Rare Bird 101, sent a bottle of this to David and also to someone at Uprocks, apparently. So that may be profiled there soon. But David said, when Rare Bird told me he picked the oldest and highest proof single barrel of Highwire bourbon to date, I was intrigued. 7 years old, 124.8 proof, stacked with the flavor Highwire is known for. Chocolate dust and caramel on the nose into a bold, oaky, sweet, viscous palate. I don't disagree with any of that. But I do think that one of the things that is missed here is that big fruit presence. The saltwater taffy that's not candy-tastic. It's not super artificial at all. It's made with real fruit. Like that's a very interesting tasting note here. It's kind of blowing me away.
I love it. It's been a while. I mean, obviously it's been like 4 months since we tasted this last.
Yep.
And I recall drinking this. Like I remember the struggle that we had.
You don't remember anything.
And I don't remember. I don't remember
Julie,
anything.
the 51st dates of whiskey. No, this nose, this palate, it's just as good as I recall. And all of the Patreons that joined us on that day, who got to help make this selection.
I love it.
We hope that this charms your palate the same way it is for us. This is a special whiskey.
So we did a video on picking this, and what was really interesting is that David and Phil and I think we tasted 5 that day. I think it was 5.
And I think it might have been like 7 ultimately.
Yeah, and we narrowed it down to 2. And what we decided as a group was that we loved, like, they were both different. They were both different, but we loved both of them the same. So there was no wrong pick. Like the 2 that we had landed on, at some point, because we knew we were meeting up with fellow patrons on both of our sides, that we were like, let's throw this out to the public to see what,
let's bring our folks in.
And so we knew we weren't going to be disappointed no matter what was chosen. But in the end, you guys chose the one that we would have probably, well, at least me. I don't remember which one you gravitating towards. This
I was 100% on board with this one.
So that we at least were gravitating to. So I'm really happy about it.
Yeah,
I'm so happy it's almost here.
I liked them both, but there was no doubt in my mind which one was my absolute favorite. And when it got picked ultimately, I was thrilled. And I'm still thrilled. It's unlike anything else. It's unmistakably American bourbon. It's an American corn whiskey, but it also has bright notes to it that you wouldn't expect from a 7-year aged whiskey. That seaside presence is incredible. It's not boring, that's for sure. No, this is very, very tasty whiskey, and I hope that everybody watching gets the chance to taste this stuff. It's great.
I think you and I pride ourselves on picking things that are a little bit not less familiar, but a little bit, different.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing normal about this.
This one feels like an all year round drink it, but like that tropical note that you get here, like that coconut, just like some of like the pineappliness, the lovely like char here, like grilled notes. I just think it's really nice. Like I think it doesn't taste like anything we have on the shelf.
No,
and we have quite a bit. So
we might have noticed. Yeah, it's a delightful whiskey. So super tasty,
yeah.
and we're thrilled with it. And again, if you are a Patreon, and thank you so much, Aubrey, you are in for tonight's giveaway. Yeah, the vote was super tight. It was very close with this and another bottle.
Yeah.
But let's just one quick reminder: if you're a Patreon, this does go on sale on Friday. Get your notifications turned on. Noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and every 30 minutes it goes to another tier.
Yep.
So we don't expect it to last long. $80. We will share a 5% off coupon code, and it's $30 flat rate shipping for up to 6 bottles. So have a look at that site, see what else looks good to you, or just buy 6 of these because it's the right thing to do. But I love this whiskey. It's delightful, and I love Highwire. I love Scott and Anne.
They were so sweet, and they have their dog Mavis.
They have a dog named Mavis. We have a cat named Mavis. What are the odds? And Charleston itself as a city, let's just say it one more time, the sweetest, kindest, most genuine folks. We were so annoying at that barbecue place, and everybody behind us was like, no, taste every single thing. Take an extra 15 minutes to try everything. And the woman behind the counter was like, yeah, you want to try it all, don't you? Come on up. And we spent so much time, and everybody was in line for an hour, and they were just like, no, take an extra couple minutes. Who cares? That's the type of people that live there, and it was awesome. And even though we were kind of silly about it, they were great.
It was my first time there. I was blown away by how, one, I'm a big architecture person, so not only is the East Coast have just amazing architecture.
How big are you?
But like I have told people even here, I was like, man, the people there were just so lovely.
It was great.
And
never felt so welcome in
If anyone's going to offer me free samples of barbecue, I'm not turning
it was quite an experience, and we had the best time. And we obviously know several people from there, and we got to spend time with them finally. What a time we had. It was fantastic.
Yeah. As we drink together, per usual. It's like we plan it.
Well, it's how we record videos.
Yeah.
We drink at the same time, and then we share notes. And so it creeps into our daily life. There's a lot of awkward silences. I don't know.
The brown sugar note is really lovely.
It is.
It's almost like they brown sugared like fruit, then grilled it.
Yeah.
Like instead of like
brown sugar showing up. By the way, there's no smoke or peat on this. That's not what this is about.
Yeah, I loved it.
It's the caramelization of the fruit. That's what's there, and that's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I like this even more than I already did. This is great. And not this isn't an advertisement. We're not trying to oversell it here.
I was going to say, like, if you've retasted something, this is an honest question. I rarely can hide. I wonder, like, what my face, like my daily face at work is. I used to like hide it better, and now I don't. Like how disappointed I am in everybody.
You have resting whiskey drinker's face.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, everybody knows.
So, like, I do a lot of thinking. Like, I feel like my eyebrows do a lot of like, I don't know about this, or ooh, I like this, but
you're expressive.
But I wonder if I like picked something and then retasted it later and was like, ooh, we made a mistake. Like,
that's Kathy.
Do you think I would be honest about that?
Ruby Heart 921 just asked us about this the other day. Suggested that would be a fun video to do, and we've actually done one in the past. The one whiskey off the top of my head that I can recall that I was dead wrong about is 1792, aged 12 years. It was so musty, so bitter. I didn't care for it at all. Went back to that bottle, I don't know, must have been 15 months later, 18 months later. And it had a totally different flavor profile than I recalled, and I really enjoyed it. And it happened to us recently. We were drinking. Oh, I know what it was. And this will be in a future video. Michter's bourbon. I always found
like the baseline.
Yeah. What is it? 86 proof.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a little bit boring, but I think that's because we run a whiskey channel, right? So we drink a lot of whiskey, and it's hard for you to not become a bit of a proof hound. And I'm admitting it here that I'm a bit of a proof hound these days. However, when we came back from our road trip, we had started drinking some more lower proof bourbons and whiskey, well, just whiskeys in general on the trip. And when we got home, we've been taking big gaps. We don't usually drink during the week. This is an oddity for us. Yeah. We drink on Saturdays. And so that's when we record our videos. It's relatively new, but it's
a relatively new thing. But yes, we're trying.
But we've only been home for a month and a half or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
And our palates have changed dramatically. We're getting bigger, bolder flavors every time we drink now. And that Michter's, I don't know, there wasn't much left. Now it's gone. But that was the bottle that I was like, okay, I haven't been drinking lately, so I'll start off with something low proof. And I sipped that and I thought, this has so much flavor at 86 proof or 84, whatever it is. I really enjoyed that bottle.
I remember
by returning to it. And that's just taking a quick break has changed my palate, I think, for the better.
Yeah, I remember sitting outside. It was like one of the nicer days that we've had since we've been home. And you're like, and Phil does this like real good. He's like, try it. Like if I'm
you
not
don't do
like
it
I'm
next
not
to a
doing
microphone.
Well, whatever. And so I tried it and I was like, oh yeah, it's delicious. And it's like, oh, it's Michter, like basically like 86 proof Michter. So I was like,
can you believe how good this is?
I was like, yeah.
We don't even have the rye in the house right now.
I know. We should have this on. He's like, yeah, there was barely any left. I just finished it up. I'm like, huh, I bad again.
Yeah.
But you don't really realize it because sometimes you get kind of down and out about things that are under 100 proof, right?
Sure.
You're like,
well, really... we try to be like the value, like we want to tell you what's got a good value to us, what's worth the money.
I thought it was delicious.
And yeah, that stuff's worth the money. We want to be good, good about being, we want to be a channel that's trustworthy and sharing good things that are accessible and that aren't super expensive. And that bottle really struck me as like wow, for the everyday person who doesn't drink like they are running a whiskey channel, which nobody really should. That's a good little whiskey. It's much better than I recalled it being.
Yeah.
By the way, we just hit the threshold of $300, which means we have to give away 12 flights. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flights given away.
So we gotta give away 6
1,
more.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people have gifted us money tonight. So
I kind of feel sad. Like if you didn't get picked, I might just have to something.
We're gonna figure something out.
It's my birthday.
We're gonna figure something out. It's Julie's birthday. All right. Next up, and thank you, John Shank.
John Shank, thank you. Yeah.
What do you think? I think it's close enough. I think it's time to pick. We do have. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what's next. Next up is one more rye. This is our 4th rye.
Does it feel weird that like if we pick Whiskey Punkard again, which apparently is gonna happen because he only has 4 entries. Wait, 4 entries, and he's been picked 4 times. No, 5 entries, and he's picked 4 times already.
That's what a winner looks like.
Should I just like randomly pick a new winner? No, we'll see.
Look at he just smiles.
I do think like that's never happened before. Like occasionally somebody will get picked a second time. Like I'm trying not to clean up the list. I'd like to have everyone involved.
I don't know exactly what order people won in, and so we need to ask somebody for a number. Let's ask. How about let's go with Kathy Huey?
What do you mean you don't know the number?
I don't remember the next person that's supposed to guess a number. So I'm going to go from the top to the bottom of my list here. So Kathy Huey, give us a number between 1 and...
Oh, you're asking me. Sorry.
How many numbers have we got there? Between 1 and 60?
60.
Kathy Huey, 1
I'm losing
and
track
60,
of who won,
please. I've got it written down here.
Okay.
That's why I brought a notebook tonight. I'm in the library. Like, let's have whiskey and write notes.
Like I feel bad like that people are getting picked a second time, and I'm like, no, you don't get it. Maybe at the end, but we want other. 59.
Great number, Kathy. She just picked herself. Well, there's only one because the other person on the other side won as well. So we go to the one that hasn't won.
Hasn't won yet.
No choice.
And I feel like this is a great pick for you, Kathy. Kathy, you did win. Wait, we already picked Kathy, right?
Yeah, she's gotten.
All right. So Kathy's been picked twice. So your pick goes to Russ D.
Congratulations, Russ D.
I feel like this is good karma today. Like we're all here to give and take.
Let me be honest about something really
quickly.
We got 35 people watching. There's 2 people here. It's 37 total people. And we are all winners on this blessed day. Look at us.
On this blessed day.
Look at how terrific this is.
You know what I love
Oscar's
is that
Cheers,
Kathy
Oscar.
and Russ are actual friends. So that makes me very happy.
Real life friends.
In real life. So yeah.
Yay, whiskey brings friends together.
Yeah, I think so. Or the Bourbon Van. I'm gonna take credit for that.
Yeah, the Bourbon Van brings friends
Julie's
together.
birthday brings friends.
No, you can take full credit for it.
All right, who's our next one?
Okay, so next up
Should I just start throwing names in the
next flight we
ring?
have to give away?
Yeah.
We have 3 of these Canadian flights. Canadian whiskey flights.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Phil puts all this together. I just smile and nod.
Julie has no idea that we did this flight.
I asked a lot of questions, and he said, "You're asking too many questions." I said, "Just tell me what's going to happen tonight in real time." Like I literally was like, "What about this? How many people?" And he goes, "Stop asking questions."
Tim G. Oh, there's Tim G. Tim Galvin. We're going to need a number from you between 1 and 60.
Yep.
Whatever number pops into your head.
If Tim wins again, I'll feel like there's a camera over my shoulder looking at the screen right now. Like that picks his own. That would be hilarious. Canadian. Don't be scared of Canadian. Don't sleep on Canadian.
I was going to leave some of this and be like, let's do a special bottle for your birthday. And I'm like, I'm just drinking it. I like it so much. It's the Highwire.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good. 13.
Oh, lucky 13. Yay! Marnie Pritchard. Another new name. I love it.
Marnie, congratulations. Yes. You have won a flight of Canadian whiskey. We hope you like it.
I love Canadian.
Now, honestly, none of these are these are all good bottles. These are great.
I feel like I'm going to throw you under the bus here, but did you, because in case you didn't put it in there, but did you put Alberta Premium in there?
Maybe.
No. Oh, did you?
Maybe.
Did you? Oh, good. I was like, because it's great. I love it. It's my favorite of all the Canadian.
And you'll, of course, get a link to drink along with the video that we recorded.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's one Canadian. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Did we already have? We made Mark choose a number. We made Eric C choose a number, right?
Probably. He's good. Yeah.
All right. Let's
go taste and sensibility.
Rusty, Canadian Club, Canadian Hunter, and VO. Yeah, absolutely.
I love. I'm curious of
Rusty has not given us a number, so let's.
Okay.
Well, look, we talked him up. Canadian Chris is in the house.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what's in the Canadian flight.
Now you're back to being the 51st States of Bourbon.
Well, because you didn't tell. I didn't realize Canadian was in the mix tonight. So this is all news. This is all news to me, guys.
It's gonna be an unbelievable video.
But I'm really
Rusty has picked number 15 for the Canadian whiskey flight.
Yeah.
Taste and sensibility.
Did they win already?
Not yet.
Really?
Yup.
Oh my god, I love this. This feels like I don't really know what kismet means, but it feels like kismet. Like it feels like the right way. You know how like toddlers can say like the F word correctly in a sentence?
I know how it's funny when they do it.
They really can. Like a little kid can just like use profanity in like the perfect way. And you're like, you try not to laugh, but you're like, nailed it. And so I wanted to say, like, it feels like kismet that we keep picking like people that haven't been picked yet. So
it really does.
Yeah. I think I read that right.
Fantastic. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Taste and Sensibility. You've won
Nice.
a flight. And again, I don't recall everybody's
I
don't remember everybody's YouTube handles versus their real life names.
know, I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry about that, but
yeah.
we don't do enough live streams, once every 2.5 months, whether we like them or not.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you've won something tonight, reach out to us at thebourbonvan@gmail.com. Give us your mailing address. If you
should I write that in the chat? Bourbonvan@gmail.com.
Could somebody say thebourbonvan@gmail.com?
I mean, I can.
Hey, Cheech is in the house. We went right through Cheech's town, had no idea. Probably went to the bar and sat right next to him, and we didn't even know it.
Could you imagine?
I can, because that's the kind of thing we do all the time. We have tunnel vision. Julie and I, we just kind of like gaze into each other's eyes, get completely lost in the watery beauty of each other's eyes.
Sure.
Especially Julie, who can't hardly see me anyways, thank goodness, because her eyesight's terrible. That works out. That really works out in my favor. We would have recognized you too. We just never look up for our drinks or from each other. It's romance.
Like this.
Yeah. Right now,
it was really creepy. I like turned and my eyes were like really big. I was like, I didn't like that at all.
Right now, everybody rank in the chat the top 3 whiskey tube channels who you believe are truly in love. It's going to be the Bourbon Van, the Bourbon Van, and the Bourbon Van.
Fooled you all.
I don't like how hard you're laughing. I don't like it. That doesn't feel good.
Oh, that was so funny. I love it.
Hmm.
The only time so I was say he's like, I would have recognized you and said something. The only time we've ever been recognized, Reno, Nevada.
Oh, we've been recognized outside of that. We've been recognized.
We had fans in Reno.
But no,
twice.
We've been recognized.
Two different instances in the same exact store. Two different people.
We've been recognized plenty of times. We've been recognized the last 3 times we've been to Reno. We've been recognized.
I will say we went.
One guy grabbed my hand and I thought he was the manager of the Total Wine that we were standing
you were like, nice to meet you.
He come over and grabbed my hand and I was like, I'm not even part of the. I'm not even part of your like rewards program, but I appreciate you coming over and saying hello. And then he introduced himself. He's like, I'm a big fan of the channel. I was like, oh, you're like a regular person, not just like a manager of a store.
Yeah.
Glad handing people.
We're not good at that. The one thing that I do remember is when we went to Kentucky, which we haven't been there for way too long. Because we were supposed to go this year and then
we buzzed through really quickly.
Was when we were at Castle and Key. And you kept going like I was waiting in line to buy a mug.
Somebody whispering Phil behind me.
Like, he's like,
I was like, I'm not turning around.
He's like, that person's like whispering my name. And I was like, what do you want me to do about it? I was like, turn around. I don't know.
Hey, somebody spotted us. Pay for the ride so we can get out of here.
I did have a ride and a mug.
Yeah, we got a mug. Yeah.
I think I donated that.
I don't think it's still here.
I feel like I end up drinking too much whiskey at tastings and then buy random crap that I don't need.
Well, part of the problem is you bought a mug to drink whiskey out of as well. And you're like, well, this is another
because I love coffee. I was like, ooh, coffee mug. And then I was like, wait, I have 45 coffee mugs at home. I literally could not use another coffee mug.
That was awkward though, because the person behind him was just like, Phil, I'm going to see if he turns around, if he hears his name, Phil. And I was like, just say my name, man. And I'll turn around and say hi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't hear it. Otherwise I would have embarrassed you. Totally.
You've never embarrassed me.
Okay.
Okay. How many Canadian flights have we given away? Just 2, right?
We need to do one more.
We need to do at least one more Canadian flight. I haven't even kept
counting. I guess I'm giving. You get a whiskey, and you get a bourbon, and you get Canadian, and you get an Irish.
Everybody gets a little.
As soon as we start giving away Irish and Scott,
it's like a world whiskey flight.
Scottish.
Next
people are gonna like fall off, except for like Eric Gunderson.
Yeah.
And maybe Peach Coke if he's still here. He'll stick on for Scotch.
Yeah. For the next thing we're gonna give away is Scott from My Bourbon Journey. We're gonna send him. He's gonna show up at your house.
Yeah.
He's gonna read you a book.
Oh, we'd probably make a lot of money doing that.
And I actually love the idea of Scott tucking you in.
God, but we totally donated you to like a bedtime story.
Don't you think he would do it too? Like the idea. The idea of Scott from My Bourbon Journey showing up at your house, like coming inside and reading like Good Night Moon and tucking you in. I'd be like, yeah, I'm about this. Yeah.
Come to our house.
That's worth $15.
We have a spare bedroom. It's like 40 square feet, but like
I bet he would really get into it too, though. Don't you think? Like he would do a really good job of it.
Yeah. We're not gonna do that though. We love you, Scott. We're not gonna make you do that.
No.
He's not watching. But he was, somehow
sometimes he watches.
If he somehow like makes it to an hour and 30 on a dot. If he somehow makes it this way and he giggles, let us know if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Something tells me we just gave Scott an idea. Somebody's going to send this to him and he's going to be like, I should be reading bedtime stories to people. Tyler, long time subscriber, shout out to Fresno, California. Love it. Absolutely.
Nice. We drive through there all the time.
Yeah.
I say all the time.
We've done it twice in 2 years.
It feels like a lot of times when we're.
It's kind of on the way to a lot of different places, and we always pop in. It's always a good time. So welcome. Great to see you.
So don't tell. So we have extremely good friends here, and it's a Bend company.
In Bend?
In Bend.
Okay.
And it's a Bend company who works for Highwire, and they do coffee mugs as well. But I'm going to say, am I allowed to say this out?
It's too late.
Phil has a Stanley water jug.
It's from like 12 or 13 years ago.
No, we got it here from Jen in like the Dickel thing.
Right. No, that's almost 10 years ago though. Before they kind of became a thing.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a Yeti person though. I will say though that
people have called me a Yeti person in the past, but it's for different reasons because I look like a Yeti.
Hydro's camping stuff. So their plates, their bowls, like all of that stuff.
You have strong feelings on these
I have
things.
strong feelings. I get annoyed by the lids. If it's leaking, it's a no-go. Anyway, sorry.
Right. Okay, we're gonna pick one more right now. John Wilkinson, if you're still on, we'd love for you to give us a number between 1 and 60. And meanwhile, you and I need to determine what are we going to drink next. I think we should have something special for your birthday.
Sure.
It should be one of our picks, I think.
Which one?
Bull Run.
You mean like an old one?
Yeah.
So,
Bull Run, Trails End, ASW, Del Bach.
do we want to talk about
Triplets Glen?
Trails End?
Do you not quite yet? Not quite yet.
But okay.
Because we are still waiting on the final approval on one of those things.
No. I mean the one we picked.
Sure. It's over there. I don't have the information on
I
it.
was gonna drink that one in lieu of.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm not married people discussing under the table.
If you haven't
Alive.
noticed, once again, we'd like you to say top 3 whiskey channels that you truly believe are in love.
Just
John gave us number 37. Thank you, John.
I was just gonna say because one thing is for sure, the other thing's not. So we should talk about the for sure one.
Okay, I'll go grab it actually because
Well,
it's got the statistics on it.
I don't want to do that one until we're ready. I was just gonna drink that. Sorry.
Well, the
To
one
make
that's
matters
a
weird.
sure thing. I have the stats on. I can bring it over.
Okay.
We don't have to taste it.
Oh, I thought because I want to save it for like when we're
Right.
ready to release the bottle.
Okay, well, we're gonna drink this one tonight. We got right to the bottom of that, everybody. See how long this stuff takes.
Good Lord Almighty.
Miracle Martinez, good to see you. We are influencers. We are influencing everybody at the moment to
I'm influenced
live
by
solo and stay single. Okay, number 37.
drink alone. We're influencing
30.
everyone to drink alone, apparently, or drink with a buddy. I don't know.
Always drink with a friend if you can. What you looking for? Glass? I'll get him. You do pick number 37. Who won? You do that.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I bet it's whiskey. I have to.
It's gonna be Whiskey Punted again.
Okay. Like it must- I was listening to do you think I put out like the vibes today? Because as I was working from after lunch to the end of the day, I put like the best punk songs of all time. Oh,
you did the best punk covers.
Punk covers of all time. And it was not what I was expecting, but it was also very entertaining for my end of day work week.
They really have covered everything.
What? There was
37.
even a Britney Spears cover, which was really
Well, punk has always had a great sense of humor.
I know 37.
Yeah. Sorry.
I got started with the cat. We finally, Mavis says, got Kurt from SLB on the Canadian train.
Okay.
Is that what we're giving him? A Canadian train?
We will give him the Canadian.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like Kurt is well traveled.
I mean,
he's had every bourbon and whiskey in the world.
Let's give him something he hasn't tried.
But maybe he has not tried
That is one
so
thing-
much Canadian.
That is one thing about this flight is it's probably something you've never tried before. At least 2 of the 3 are things I don't think you've ever tried before.
I also want to
For
note
most
that
people
it
out there.
took that long to get to Kurt. I feel like, if you're thinking Hunger Games,
Sure.
the odds were in his favor,
Always.
but everyone was like, no,
Yeah.
I want to win. So not in his favor.
Not exactly in his favor.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3 Canadian flights. And I believe that was all we had for Canadian. Okay. So next up is a new set of, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was all the rise. The first set of bourbons have been spoken for. That means that we are back to the top. These are going to be 4 whiskey videos that we haven't even recorded yet. So what I would like to do is the first person who's the next person to win gets to decide bourbon, rye, or world whiskeys. This could be Scotch, could be Irish.
Oh,
And by the way,
lovely.
Kurt, when we got back from Ireland, he sent us a flight of, he enjoyed those videos so much that we did from Ireland. He sent us a flight of Irish whiskeys. That's the first interaction we ever had with Kurt.
I love Irish whiskey.
Number 37 was Kurt.
What about
Kurt did one.
I was going to cover the microphone, like you would not be able to hear. But what about the Cedar Ridge bottles too? Do you want to?
You know what?
2 ounce samples of the Cedar Ridge. It's
What-
a new thing. You haven't had it?
Also, it could be a flight of finished whiskeys.
Sure.
2 of those and 2 other finished whiskeys. Whoever wins
Let's
next,
get crazy.
whoever wins next gets to choose, because the next 3 will be whatever the winner chooses. They can either do finished whiskeys, bourbon,
Rye,
or world whiskeys.
world whiskeys, or finished.
Yep.
Great.
Okay.
I've got no skin in the game.
All right. So let's pick another one here. Who's next to pick?
Are we picking like people that haven't been picked, or are we up to the top now?
I think we're there.
Okay.
Because I don't think Kurt's still around. Let's go.
No, I mean like for winners.
We did not say what's in the Canadian flight. We are not saying what's in it. It is a surprise. These are all surprises, and along with each flight that we send out, somebody who wins is going to be the winner is also going to get a video of us tasting this flight, so they can taste along with us. So it's kind of a cool. I think it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
And that's for every $25.
Yeah.
You don't have to give $25 that way. Just
Whiskey Punkard has been really lucky with his picks tonight. I say we go Whiskey Punkard. Give us a number between 1 and 60, right? 60, if you don't mind.
If Whiskey Punkard is still on, an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
I love it. At this point, I'm like,
Mark, I don't even know what that is.
What?
Canuck 12. 51. Here we go.
Wait, and Canuck 12. Here.
It's probably something cool that we don't know about yet.
I don't know anything.
Thank you, Ruby. I think the accompanying video is a neat thing, and it's a, exclusive. Okay. So all 3 of those people have won. So we need another number.
Are we doing
No, I would like to see how many people can win tonight. I would like to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to just like
Duplicate.
throw it out to the people that haven't won yet.
Brian Cobble, thank you very much. American single malts should be a category. You can pick it. You can pick that.
Agreed.
Whoever the next winner is, you can pick single malts.
Oh, 19 is a new winner.
Who is it?
Go with that one. John Shank.
John Shank. If you are on, would you like a flight of finished whiskeys featuring Cedar Ridge, port cask finished bourbon and rye, and a couple of other whiskeys? Would you like
Yet to be determined.
Would you like world whiskeys, a flight of world whiskeys, a flight of single malts, a flight of bourbons, or a flight of ryes? You get to choose.
Oh, these are fun. I feel like everyone that won earlier is like, wait, I want a flight of. Nobody wants a flight of single malts, but like you might want. We have a very vast collection of single malts.
Finished it is for John Shank, and you got it. I actually, the reason that I didn't start off giving people options is because, if I'm completely honest, I didn't expect this result. I thought that we would give away 5 or 6 flights tonight. I didn't think that it was going to be this, which is great. It's so fun. I'm glad that everybody's on board with it, because I'm hyped for this.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that our channel has always been about, it's sharing unusual flavors from things that we find across the country, and we're excited to do that for everybody here. It gets us excited.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, Cedar Ridge in Virginia would be tricky. So absolutely. We'll make sure that you get some of that and a couple of other finished whiskeys as well, which means we've got 2 more of these to give away. John, why don't you pick a number between 1 and 60? You're awesome too,
Yeah,
bud.
you're awesome. Let's go for it.
Pick us a winner. Van Fam showing up. Absolutely. We love this community. How would you like some of this whiskey?
What is it? Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
You picked it.
Wait, can I go?
Yeah.
We've done a live stream in a while.
We never have done a live stream in a while. Every time you say we haven't done a live stream in a while. Yeah, no kidding. 54 is a great number. Brian Urlacher.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, a lot of great linebackers have that number.
We have AJ Baumbacher and Katie Toucan.
All right.
Love it.
Love
I
it.
think so. I feel really weird that it's like working out this well. That seems crazy.
That is awesome. turned into a George Thorogood song. George Thorogood, by the way, coming to the casino down the way, the one that we stop at every time we're heading to Portland or Hood River. His
I don't know who that is.
The picture, the destroyers, the one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. His photo is hilarious because he's like pointing at the camera, but it's like broken the glass on the camera. It's meant to look tough, and it's like, get your finger out of there, you broke something. It's just an odd look.
Yeah.
We just poured the Trails N10 single barrel, our very first pick of all time. If there's ever a special time to pour a pick like this, it's Julie's birthday.
Yeah. This was the first one. Right?
This is the very first pick we ever did. We've got finished whiskey coming though, because we were going to do 3 straight finished whiskey. Do you want to mix it up?
Wait, I thought they got to choose the world whiskey.
The last person to choose got the next 3, but if it wasn't clear, we're going to go.
Yeah, world whiskey.
Okay. We definitely have to keep giving these away now.
Yeah.
All right. I guarantee it'll be worth it.
Okay.
Okay. So technically, I'm just looking at the numbers here. 300 came in. That's 12 flights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are at 12, but there are 1, 2, 3 folks who have not won anything tonight. And I don't think it would be fair to leave them out.
Everyone gets something.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Katie's birthday is Sunday, so this is perfect timing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be there by then.
Yeah. You'll be lucky if I get it out on Saturday. It's probably a month from Saturday, but I'm trying for Saturday.
Okay, the next.
I'm not going to be. I'm not snubbing anybody.
No.
Everybody gets something.
Exactly. Okay.
Even if it's not part of the plan.
It's right. It's Julie's birthday. So here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to give away 1, 2. Let me make sure that I'm not missing anyone. 3 more flights are going to be given away tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And
this worked really well.
We're just going to go from the top. Would you prefer a world whiskey flight or a finished flight featuring the Cedar Ridge? If you're on, let us know. Eric Gunderson, Diego G, and Aubrey.
Oh yeah.
You are the 3. Chris B, welcome to the live.
You guys are always here for our live streams. I feel sad that you didn't. Your names didn't get picked up.
I'm shocked that those 3, especially because Eric Gunderson and Diego G were 2 of the first 3 in. Wouldn't be right for them not to take something.
Know.
So let us
Aubrey
know.
Came in late.
Eric G, Diego G, and Aubrey. What are
best IG in the biz, to be honest.
And let us know again. We don't know if we have everybody's information here. So thebourbonvan@gmail.com. Send us your mailing address to make sure we get these things to you. Did you get into this whiskey yet or what?
That's it.
Did you?
Oh.
Trails N10, our single barrel. Diego going for the world whiskey flight.
Do you know how that warms my heart? Here's what I'm going to say.
Worms or warms?
Warms. I hope it could worm into my heart too. That would be awful. But like warm,
like a dog.
Diego warms my heart with the world whiskey. Same
How
with
about
Katie
that,
Two
Diego?
Cats.
What do you think of that?
Because we did a risky whiskey recently.
Risky whiskey, by the way, is the
least performing video of all time.
Finished for Aubrey. You got it, bud.
Yeah. And I don't know. We are the experimental channel where we just want to try other things, like other.
We like new flavors.
Yeah, new flavors. And I'm excited about the different whiskeys that we've tried. People have sent us so much.
Yeah, Vince and Becky Beasley. That flight they just
countries
sent us
that awesome. I didn't even know made whiskey. You know,
Taiwan. Who knew?
Taiwan was one of them. There was Australian whiskey and Swedish whiskey, Danish whiskey or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made whiskey.
Have Swedish whiskey was delightful.
Yeah, and I just think it's really interesting and stuff that you wouldn't normally buy. So that's why I'm always so interested in trying things that you guys send us.
I'd be surprised, by the way, if anybody who's watching right now hasn't watched that most recent episode of Risky Whiskey.
Yeah.
But that's the one where it's a blind flight of 3 whiskeys from 3 different countries. We taste them, choose a favorite, and then we see which country wins. Risk, the board game, is the impetus for it. I feel like I haven't really gotten that part of it out there. People are always like, what are you talking about?
Risk? I never played Risk, but I also never didn't understand. It wasn't a thing. I didn't play Risk. That was not a strategy game that happened in our family or friend group, but I knew people that did. So I feel like, I don't know, it wasn't too far off. But you're right.
We played Conquer Club, the online version. We used to play that back in Chicago. That was always fun.
It was at the board game
Risk,
or the digital board game. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good time. So everybody has gotten a flight except for Eric G, who we will harass online. I know where to find him.
Yes, I was going to say, we know him. So I feel like that's not going to be an issue.
Well, let's hang out and drink this Trails End. And we do have a small announcement. We can make a junior announcement.
A 70% announcement of one thing.
Well, we can make a 100% announcement of one thing. We can make a 0% announcement of the second thing until it's absolutely official. But the first one
we shouldn't talk about the second one.
Right. We're only going to talk about the one.
Got to keep them like, oh, you should tune into the next live stream to see if they have more information.
Yeah, I'm going to tune in 2.5 months to the next live stream.
All right, go for it.
Well played, Stratego. Yeah, that's a Family Guy watcher right there.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, Katie Turk's in the house. What's going on? All right. So the first thing is that we were at Clear Creek Hood River Distillers this weekend. We saw our friends Caitlin, Garrett, and Everett Thingbagel, as he calls himself.
Oh, yeah, that was really funny.
And the three of them are so wonderful, the most gracious hosts. They picked some great barrels for us, and we selected a stunning, delicious, best barrel of all time. Nobody's ever picked a better barrel. Trails End 10 bourbon, finished in a Garyana oak barrel.
I want to do it one-on-one because Trails End was our first pick ever. And I'd love to see them side by side. For Patreons,
this is a grown-up pick. We are all grown up now.
Yeah, well, we recorded the tasting. It was quite lengthy because we were having such a good time.
We had to take a break for a while, actually. We gave our palates a break on that one and came back. That's how much we cared about this pick. And I've just gotten the footage imported. I haven't even gotten a chance to time the audio to the video yet and make sure everything's lining up. But I can tell you this, the barrel that we picked is absolutely ridiculous. It's so good, and we're so stoked about it. I cannot wait for that one to show up. And I already sent them stickers to put on it. I said, like, let's expedite this thing, whatever we got to do. However we can get this thing shipped out as quickly as possible. And they were on board, and they've been absolutely terrific partners all along.
Yeah, because I think we're trying. Yeah, I think we're trying to get it because you know from previous live streams, or if you're a Patreon from previous posts, that the Still Austin is coming soon. They'll be released on the same platform. So our hope is that we can get them pretty close together so you guys can buy them together.
Wish we could. I don't think the Trails End's going to be there.
See.
I think the Still Austin will be long gone by the time the Trails End shows up. But I mean, the Still Austin probably next week, if I had to guess. That's going to be on shared pour. Obviously, the Jimmy Red is, and I just talked to Jay about it today, which is why I'm saying that. The Jimmy Red is going on sale Friday on Bourbon Outfitter. So Patreons, again, pay close attention for that one because it's going to go quick. And then the Trails End will be on shared pour as well, hopefully with a little something else going on.
Yep.
And then, that's about it. There's one other thing that we kind of had our hands on that is not going to be our thing, but it's something that we helped with that will be out. It's going to be a little bit down the road, and I'm not ready to talk about that one just yet. But we've had a very busy year selecting things, and the best part of doing the Whiskey Channel thing, community, of course, and the people, but going to these distilleries, getting an inside look at what they're doing, and realizing just how much this means to distillers and people who work in the industry. Everybody takes it not just seriously, but it's lifeblood. I mean, this industry is something else. But these are real makers of incredible products, incredible things, brewers, distillers, winemakers. Hats off to all of them, because I can't imagine what that life is like with the stress of, is this going to turn out? Is it going to be great?
Yeah.
You know, I have to wait for this thing, and is it going to be as good as I'm expecting it to be? It's not an easy gig, and we appreciate all of them for what they've done, and the fact that they're all willing to pull back the curtain and let us see what they're up to, and they're not shy about sharing the things that they work on with other distillers and things. It's just a cool thing to work in. It's a cool space to be in.
I agree. Got nothing to say.
That's it.
Except that I'm not smart enough to be a distiller.
I don't agree with that.
That science is beyond me, but I can tell you if it tastes good or not. And then if you agree with me, you'll buy the bottles. If you agree with him, you'll buy his bottles.
This Trail's End is so good. It's delightful. Where do you think you're going?
Mavis is also hungry.
Oh yeah, it's getting to be about that time. Yeah, if you're a Patreon and you're worried that these places don't deliver to you, please reach out to us. And matter of fact, I can give you the states that Bourbon Outfitter doesn't ship to. And if you are a Patreon and you're worried about getting a single barrel of this Highwire Jimmy Red bourbon, let's tell you this: the states they do not send to from Bourbon Outfitter: Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Mississippi, South Dakota, Utah, or Vermont. If one of those states is on your list and you're trying to get your hand on one of these bottles, reach out to us. We will try and connect you with somebody in your vicinity so that you guys can make that happen. Obviously, Shared Pour has a different group of states. I think it's only 4 states because they ship from different places. They're based in different spots, but we want to make sure as many of you get your hands on these as possible.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if you, she's so sweet right now.
What a funny baby.
I think she's looking at herself.
Oh no, biting the watch.
Yeah, it's fine. I need a new one anyway.
Good girl. She can't hurt that thing. That thing's indestructible.
But yeah, like we're happy to facilitate. Like we know where people live, so we're happy to reach out on your behalf and say if you're buying something anyway, let's collaborate. I know it's kind of like a weird situation, right? You know, nobody wants to strangers be nice to strangers, but you know,
in this community, it's not that way.
I am a big proponent of that, and I think that like that makes it for a better community. And we definitely have one of those communities that just looks out for each other. So I'm pretty proud about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, we do have on Patreon. There's a thing that I've seen other channels have turned on.
Okay.
It is basically a chat where people can communicate with one another. I've thought about turning that on just for right now while things are going to be available so that people could get organized on getting things shipped out. I think I'm going to do it. My concern is that if you've got notifications turned on, if you're part of a giant chat every time somebody comments, for those of you that are on SLB, I know that they have a chat that does that.
Yeah.
Do you get way too many notifications about that? Is it super annoying or is it easy to turn off? Bye, Melissa. Thanks for joining. Great to see you.
Miss you.
Is the SLB chat fine or is it super annoying? Because they have way more people than we do, and that would be like one of those channels. It's like, oh, it dinged again. It dinged again.
I just feel like
it'd be too much. But our channel might not.
What you get and don't get.
Yeah, I think that the benefits would outweigh the drawbacks, but we're still hesitant to do that stuff. We don't want people to be like, oh, Patreon is so annoying for us.
Yeah.
We concern ourselves about everything.
Well, this was really fun.
Did you have a good time? Was this your best birthday ever?
Always. Best birthday ever.
Every single new one is the best one.
Yeah. Still alive. That's bonus. You never know. Still healthy, still optimistic. I'm somebody who just whatever's happening, I just want to have a positive outlook in life and be happy and joyful. We only get one life here.
Yeah. Well,
unless you believe in reincarnation, maybe we'll see each other in 100 years. I don't know, but this life here, I want it to be like chill and happy and fun and meet cool people. And I feel like we've done that and we've built a community that is like really cool. And I had a great birthday weekend. I've had a great birthday live stream. I'm optimistic.
How about that?
I'd rather be 37, but
hang on,
whatever.
You're not in your 30s anymore?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
But whatever. We'll deal with it. They say you get, smarter with age.
Yeah, your wisdom is showing.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just here to smile and have a good, not smile and have a good time because that seems like whatever.
That sounds
great.
But
I just want to, have a nice life and
just
meet
have a nice
cool
life.
people and
what more could you want?
Have fun. Like that is my biggest thing.
That's your big three.
Yeah, and I had a great time tonight. And thank you so much for all that you've given. And I'm so happy that we could share these
drams.
Well, yes, and all the
flights and videos,
the flights with you guys, and I just love this community. It's the best.
And we do hope that you're hyped for these videos. Again, I mean, you saw how many of these flights were given away: 3 or 4 bourbon, 3 or 4 rye.
Yeah.
A couple world whiskeys, a couple finished. This is going to be a very exclusive tasting that is just for you guys who won tonight. And we're so glad that everybody played along and was able to participate tonight. And we're going to send out a bunch of these, and we can't wait to get them in your hands.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a little while. Let us, give us some time to get organized and get these shipped out, hopefully this weekend, but we'll do the best that we can. Again, if we don't have your email or your mailing address, please send it to us, thebourbonvan@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do love this community, and we are going to bring you Jimmy Redcorn bourbon on Friday. Patreons, stay tuned. Still Austin Rye, hopefully next week. Trails End bourbon, maybe a little something extra in a month and a half. I hope. I hope we're really going to press for that. And we're working hard to bring you all the fun.
And for Rusty, probably leftover pizza tonight.
Oh yeah,
there's not much that we can have for dinner.
There's not much left here. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us, and from wherever we are
to wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you guys.
I talked for a long time to make sure we were over 2 hours tonight.
Bourbon Van.